everyone, welcome to Officially Empowered. I am Lady Bree, and if this is your very first time here, welcome to my channel. I truly hope that you like what you see and what you hear, and hopefully by the end of the video you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And for all of the family that is returning, all of the crew, let me just say welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys are here, especially because you have reached episode number 3 of the Teacher Summer Series. Yes, and this video is going to be all about creating your own custom classroom labels. Yes, some of you guys commented down below in my last video. You said I'm basically a fairly new teacher and I want to know how to create labels. Y'all, I truly enjoy creating labels. Number 1, because it helps me with my organization, but number 2, I can make them as custom as possible. They can go with the color scheme in my room, and I'm super excited about that. So I decided to go ahead and film this video for you guys. So without further ado, let's get to it.
You're watching Lady Bree, and this is what you'll see. Empowerment for your life with a focus on G-O-D. It's really not about me, but for His glory. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you like what you see. It's Lady Bree.
Alright everyone, so let's go ahead and get started over here with Keynote. Now as I mentioned, I am fairly new to Keynote. However, it is definitely super easy to use, especially with what I'm doing with my labels. I definitely think that it's very user friendly. So this is something that I have been using all summer, and I want to go ahead and show you guys exactly what it looks like. So when you pull up the application of Keynote, you're going to go ahead and get this screen here. I always go ahead and click on basic white, so I'm going to go ahead and double click on that. And because this is kind of very similar to PowerPoint, so this looks like slides right now, I do not need any of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these. So I'm just going to click on these. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. This is not needed for me. I do not need any of this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And as you can see now, I'm kind of working with a blank slate. Now, the step that I'm getting ready to show you guys is going to be super, super crucial, especially when it comes to printing. So I want to go ahead and print this as a regular size sheet of paper. Right now, this has a custom size, a widescreen size. I want to make sure that it's going to be a sheet of paper. So if you go over here to your right-hand side, you're going to see document. And if you click on document, as you can see here, right now it's on the widescreen. That is not the size of a sheet of paper. You want to make sure that it's the size of a sheet of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and hit on custom slide size. Now, I'm not sure again if you can change this because I am fairly new to Keynote. I want it to be the size of a sheet of paper, which is an 8x5x11. But if you notice here, the width is in points and not necessarily in inches. So I spoke with my hubby about that, and we kind of went to Google and typed in inches to pixels. And again, you guys are going to see me do that later on. But I typed in inches to pixels and I went on and gave it the correct size. So I've already know this size by heart because I want it as a sheet of paper. I want my width to be 1056 and I want my height to be 816. And I'm going to show you how I came up with those numbers in just a moment. But I know that this is the basic horizontal sheet of paper. The width should be 1056 and the height should be 816. So once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then right now I'm zoomed in at about 84%. So let me take it down to 50 just so you guys can see that this is a blank sheet of paper. Now let's just say this is horizontal. Let's say if you want it to be vertical. Well, if you want it to be vertical, you're going to go ahead and do custom slide size again, but now you're going to go ahead and swap these numbers. So now I want my width to be 816, but I want my height to be 1056. So if you do that, then boom, now you have this vertical sheet of paper, right? So those are your different numbers when you're looking for vertical versus horizontal. But again, because I want my labels to be more of the horizontal, I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the other size. So I'm going to go back to custom and I'm going to make this 1056 and I'll make this one 816. Perfect. So this is again the size that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a tad. Now, once you have your blank slate, you're ready to go ahead and begin. The very first thing that you need to do is decide what type of shape do you want your label to be. So I know that I'm going to be working with a rectangle today, and you can make this as small or as large as you want depending on whatever you are using it for. But you have the option to do a rectangle. You can do a shape like this where you have like your rounded corners. If you wanted to do a circle, you could do a circle as well. It's completely up to you and whatever your vision is, okay? But like I said, I'm going to be using more of rectangles for my labels for this specific project. So you guys saw earlier in the video, William and Clay was putting together my rolling 10 drawer cart, and I've already measured it, and the size was about a 10 by 3. I'm going to make my labels a tad bit smaller just so I can make sure that everything fits. So I'm going to make my label the size of a 9 by 3. Or 9 by 2 rather. I want my label to be the size of 9 by 2. Now, how do I get this square to be a 9 by 2? Remember, they don't really do inches. They do more of the points and the pixels. So here's where you guys are going to go over to Google. So if you go to Google, I've already typed it in. I go inches to pixels converter. Again, inches to pixels converter. And once I click on it, you're going to go ahead and get this site. Okay. As I just mentioned, I want my label to be 9 inches wide and 3 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 9. So if I put in 9 inches and I hit convert, that means my width needs to be 864. That's the width that I want. So again, 9 inches wide, it needs to be converted to 864. And then I want my length to be 2 inches. And once I hit convert, that's 192. So 864 and 192. So once I get back to Keynote, if you notice here as I'm dragging out, you will see the width and the height changing. I needed to get to the point where my width is at 864 and then the height is at 192. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the width first. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it until I get to 864. Perfect. So my width is at 864, and now I'm going to take the middle square so I can go ahead and measure it for my height of 192. Notice my width is not changing at all. Since I'm moving the middle square, only my height is changing now. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up to 192. And just like that, as you guys see, that is the size label that I want for my project. Again, depending on what you are measuring, you guys can do whatever size you would like. So right now, I'm perfect. 864 by 192. I'm going to go ahead and click off of it. Now, the great thing with Keynote, it is very, very customizable. You guys can do whatever you want, whatever type of color scheme you guys are looking for. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go back over to my right-hand side, and I'm going to go to Format, because now I'm getting ready to go ahead and format everything that I want to do. So notice that this is already a color fill, and the color that it has right now is black. If that is something that you want to do, great, you can go ahead and do that, right? If that is something that you want. However, you can change the color fill to whatever you like. It just depends on what you are going for. So if you want it blue, you can click on blue. If you want it green, and click on green, more of a maroon color. It is completely up to you. You have the option to do color fill. You can do a gradient. What I'm going to do though is going to be more of an image fill. I want to go ahead and put an image inside of my actual square. That is what I want to do. As you guys know, I'm working with the theme this year of like black, white, and greenery, kind of like farmhouse. So I want all of my labels to kind of resemble that. So instead of doing a color fill, I'm going to do more of an image fill. I'm going to go ahead and move this off the screen as well. Now, once I do image, it automatically gives you like this little gray image, but that's not what I'm going for. I've already saved an image on my computer, and so that is what I want to do. So I literally just went to Google, I typed in wood background, and I saved the image that I wanted to my computer. So now I'm going to go ahead and choose that image. Hopefully I can find it, because I just be downloading everything. So hopefully I can find it. I'm looking for my wood background. Let's see, is it this one? Yes, so I found my wood background that I want. That's the background of the label that I'm going for. Now, I've inputted my image. Notice that I do not have a border. I personally want a border for my label. So when you click on the actual rectangle, you'll see here that it says no border. I think it automatically goes to no border, but I want to go ahead and have a line border, okay? And notice my border is black, and it's already like at 5 points. I'm going to go ahead and take it up till about 8. I want it to kind of be like a thick border. Now, you can also do dashes. You can do whatever you want to do for your border. You have so many different options here. So I'm just going to kind of go so you guys can see the different options that you can use for your border. But I'm going to kind of stick to your basic line. But you do have those options to make it as thin, or you guys can see that I'm making it as thick as possible as well. You also can go ahead and change your color if you wanted it to be blue, green, yellow. It's completely up to you. I'm going to go ahead and go back to black, and I'm going to take it back down to 8 points. That's the type of border that I want. Okay. So the next thing that I want on my border is some greenery. Again, I want to kind of bring in the greenery that I have been filling for this entire summer. So I've already again found the image that I wanted on Google. So what I'm going to do here is go to media, and I'm going to go to image gallery. And it's going to allow me to drag and drop my image here. So now I'm going to go back to, let's see if I can minimize this. I'm going to go back to my actual downloads, and I know that the picture that I want is right here. Now, I think it's going to be very important for you guys to make sure that whatever image you're grabbing, if you're going to choose an image, to make sure that it has PNG at the back of it. That means that it's transparent and it would not have any background. I want to show you the difference between just a regular image as well as a PNG. So let me see if I can go ahead and show you guys what a JPEG looks like. Let's see. Notice how the greenery here has like this white color on it. I don't want that. I want to make sure that I have a PNG image. So when I was searching into Google, that's what I searched for. I searched for a PNG. So this is not what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to go back to Finder. And notice right here, I have the image that has PNG. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag it over here. Now notice now, once I minimize this, it does not have that background anymore. You literally only see the green leaves. So this is exactly what I want, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it a tad bit smaller because I want it to kind of fit inside of the actual square. And to me, that looks pretty good. So that's exactly what I want. And I don't just want it on one side. I want to go ahead and put it on two sides. So I'm just going to take it here and I'm going to duplicate. Yes, I'm going to duplicate it. Now notice right here that it's still the same direction as this one. I want to go ahead and kind of turn the image now or rotate it. And again, I am fairly new to this, so let me make sure I know how to actually rotate this thing. So let's see, not there. There we go. So to rotate your image, you're going to go ahead and go over to Arrange. So right here, I'm on Style. I'm going to go ahead and go to Arrange, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit Flip. And you can continue to flip your image and it's going to go whichever direction you want. So I flipped it and boom, I'm going to go ahead and just add it to that corner. So now I have my leaves on this side and I have my leaves on this side. So it's perfect. I'm ready to go. Now, what type of label is this going to be? As I mentioned, this is going to go on my cart. So now it's time to insert some text. So if you click right up here to text, I'm going to click right here. And let's say I want one of these to be called copy paper, because again, this is going to be for my little supply cart. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in and I'm going to select it if it lets me. There we go. I'm going to select it. I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger so we can go ahead and actually see it, right? And again, over here on your side, you can go ahead and see all of the different fonts you can use as well as the size. Now, this is going to be completely up to you what color you want to do, what font you actually want to use. It's completely up to you. I'm going to kind of go through and see what fonts that I think would be great. Not so much. I'm also going to go ahead and make it the color that I want, which is black. There we go. And let's see. I mean, that's okay, but I think I want something else. Nope, that's not what I want. Let me just go with my Old Faithful. Now, these are already fonts that I have downloaded on my computer, and one of my favorites is Kaylin Bloom, and I absolutely love it. I can already tell that's exactly where I want to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and move my text right up here, and then I'm also going to go ahead and just blow up these sides a little bit. So let's see, probably get about right there. Yes. And so just like that, guys, that is my very first label, and I think it's cute. It goes with my theme. I love it. So that's exactly where I want to go with this one. Now, so that you do not have to do the same thing all over again, the only thing that I'm going to do, especially if your label is going to stay the same, I'm just going to go ahead and select this all and then duplicate it. And then boom, I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to duplicate again. And then boom, I'm going to go ahead and drag it down. So that way I already have 3 labels on this one sheet. So when it comes to printing, I literally have 3 labels on this one sheet. And the only thing that I need to do here now is just change my text. So maybe I don't want this to say copy paper. Maybe I want this to say color paper. And then you kind of just adjust as needed. So I want to go ahead and bring this down just a tad. I'm going to go down here and change this one to, let's say, lesson plans. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down just a tad. And boom, guys, I already have 3 labels. I absolutely love it. Super, super easy to do. Now, notice over here, this is just one slide. I have a 10 drawer cart. So if I know I'm going to need 10 labels, I'm just going to come over here to the slide and I'm going to duplicate the slide. And then boom, on slide 2, I can go ahead and come in and start changing up exactly what I want those to say. And y'all, when I say it's literally that simple, it's that simple. Again, I'm fairly new to Keynote, but I'm only using it in a very basic way. So whether you are using this or you are using PowerPoint, is basically one and the same. One thing that I love about PowerPoint is that you really don't have to worry about those conversions like you do over here. You're still going to select the custom slide, but you can literally just put the inches. So you can put 8.5 by 11, or you can put 11 by 14, whatever size that you guys actually want to print out. So it's basically the same though when it comes to inserting images. So hopefully this video helped you guys with some type of form of creating the label. Again, it is completely up to you. You can be as creative as possible, guys. It is completely up to you. Remember, you just have to grab whatever shape that you want to do, and you can add pictures to that shape. You can add an image. You can go ahead and just have a regular color. It is completely up to you and how you guys want to do that. Okay, so hopefully this helped you guys out just a tad. If you need any more instructions, you guys know that you can go ahead and comment down below and let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and save these to my computer. I'm going to go ahead and print them out, and we're going to go ahead and start laminating. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, let me just go ahead and apologize. Clay is like literally right here watching his shows on YouTube, so that's more than likely what you hear. But what I am going to do is go ahead and just turn on my laminator. If you are a first year teacher, second year teacher, whatever the case may be, laminators are definitely essential, especially when it comes to making labels, so that things will begin to last longer. So I'm going to go ahead and allow my laminator to go ahead and warm up. This is literally something I picked up from, I want to say, Walmart, but laminators right now are at Walmart, you have Target, you have Amazon. Just go ahead and get you a laminator. I promise you, you're definitely not going to regret it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this warm up as I go ahead and begin to get my labels together. So here are what the labels look like printed out. So I have these here. And again, now I'm going to go ahead and just slip them inside of a laminating sheet. Go ahead and put it inside the laminator, cut it out, and then go ahead and put them on the actual drawers over here. Okay, so I have them all printed out here and laminated. I love how they turned out. So now I'm getting ready to go ahead and put these on the actual carts. And I absolutely love it. It gave me exactly what I wanted. So I'm super excited. So now you guys are going to go ahead and see me add these to the carts. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I hope that you guys were able to follow along with it and you're able to go ahead and begin creating some of your own custom labels. Y'all, I absolutely love it. I think that it was fairly easy, and as you can see, the labels came out so cute. So hopefully you guys can go ahead and do the same thing. I cannot end this video without thanking and welcoming every single new subscriber that I have. Ever since I started this Teacher Summer Series, I have been gaining subscribers, and I am just truly thankful and grateful. I hope that you guys will continue to stay and just rock with me. So thank you guys so much, and a very, very special thank you to every single person that has already donated to my classroom by using my link below for my Amazon wish list. You guys have no idea how much that means to me as a teacher. It gets hard buying all of these things for the classroom, which is why I'm starting to create things as well. But I just appreciate you guys for just wanting to be a blessing to me. So thank you so much. If you want to go ahead and donate to my classroom, be sure to go ahead and click the link down below and you'll be able to get access to that list. I appreciate you guys so much. I will be doing an unboxing of all of the things that I received. I have not opened one package just yet because I wanted to go ahead and do it on film. So that should be coming up soon. If you have not done so already, guys, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and leave me a comment down below. In fact, if you have made it to this part of the video, go ahead and give me like the little OK symbol down below. Let me know that you have made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys more than you would ever know. And until the next video, you guys be blessed. Bye.